Hi friends, welcome to Tech Blog. Today we are going to install NextCloud with Nginx on Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. So what is NextCloud? NextCloud is a free open source Dropbox-like software, a fork of ownCloud project. NextCloud is written in PHP and JavaScript. It supports many database systems such as MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle database, and SQLite. In order to keep your files synchronized between desktop and your own server, NextCloud provides applications for Windows, Linux, and Mac desktops. Also, it has mobile app for Android and iOS. NextCloud is not just a Dropbox or Google Drive. It provides additional features like calendar, contacts, schedule tasks, and streaming media, etc. In this video, we will show you how to install and configure the latest NextCloud release on Ubuntu 18.04 server. We will run NextCloud with an Nginx web server and PHP 7.1 APM and use MySQL server as a database system. So prerequisites: you need a Ubuntu server with 18.04 LTS and it has root privilege. So next you can see to-do list where you can see following 8 tasks you have to complete. First, you have to install Nginx web server. Second, install and configure PHP 7.1 APM. Install and configure MySQL server, generate SSL encryption, download NextCloud latest version, configure Nginx virtual host, configure firewall, and the NextCloud post installations. So the first step we will do in the NextCloud guide is to install Nginx web server. So in order to do that, log into the server and update the repository using apt update command. As I am using root user, do not need to use sudo. If you are a sudo user, then use sudo before each command. So now install Nginx web server using apt command. Just type apt install Nginx. After the installation is complete, start the Nginx service and enable the service to launch every time at system boot using system control. So go ahead and try system control, start Nginx and enable the service. Just type system control enable Nginx. Now Nginx web server has been installed on Ubuntu 18.04. Check it using web browser. Just open up your Firefox and type your server IP address. Here you can see it works. The Nginx web server is running under the Ubuntu standard HTTP port, that is 80. Now move on step 2, install and configure PHP APM. Here we are going to use PHP 7.1 APM for NextCloud. So we need to add a new PPA repository to our system. Before that, we have to install software properties command packages and add the Nginx PHP PPA repository by running the following commands. So go ahead and type apt install software properties command. Now add the repo, add apt repository ppa /php. Now install PHP 7.1 and 7.1 APM with all the extensions needed using the single apt command as follows. It's going to take a while. I'm gonna fast forward this section. After the installation is completed, we'll configure the PHP ini file for PHP APM and PHP CLI. Go to the directory etc/php/7.1. Edit the following PHP ini files for PHP APM and PHP CLI. I using Nano editor to edit this file. Just go ahead and type nano CLI php.ini. Uncomment the dead time zone line and change the value with your own time zone. For that, I am taking help of search option in Nano editor because it's a lengthy config file. Just press Ctrl+W and search the desired word. Where it is, just uncomment, and I am using this as Asia/Kolkata. Next, uncomment the CGI fix path info line and change the value to 0. Similarly, search with the CGI fix and comment the line and set it 0. Save and exit. And same thing you have to do in CLI also. Just type nano apm/php ini. Same thing you have to change. Here it is. Save and exit. Now edit the PHP APM pool configuration. go ahead and type nano apm/pool.d/www.config. Uncomment the following environment files: env hostname, env path, env temp, env temp-dir, env temp. After edit, save and exit. Restart the PHP 7.1 APM service and enable it to launch every time on boot. Just go ahead and type systemctl restart PHP 7.1-APM, then systemctl enable PHP 7.1 APM. And you will get the PHP APM is running under sock file /run/php/php 7.1 apm.sock. So now time to move on step 3, install and configure MySQL server. In this step, we will install the latest MySQL version and create a new database for the NextCloud installations. The latest version MySQL packages are available on the repository by default. Install MySQL server latest version using following command. Just go ahead and type apt install mysql-server and mysql-client and hit enter key. After the installation is complete, start the MySQL service and enable it to launch every time at system boot. Similarly, go ahead and type system control start MySQL and then system control enable MySQL. Now configure the MySQL root password using MySQL_secured_root command. Run the following command. Here you can find MySQL password policy. You need to choose the policy: 0 for low policy, 1 for medium policy, and 2 for strong policy. For this guide, I am using medium password policy, and it's recommended to use strong password policy production server. Now choose number 1 and press enter. Then type your new MySQL root password. In the next, you will ask few questions. Here you can see if you want to remove anonymous users. Yes, I want. Disallow root login remotely. Yes, I want. Remove test database and access to it. Yes, I want. Reload privilege table now. Yes, I want. Here MySQL root password has been set up. Log into the MySQL shell as a root user with MySQL command. Just go ahead and type mysql-u root-p. Type your password and you will be prompted to MySQL prompt. Now we will create a new database for NextCloud installation. We will create a new database named NextCloud_db with the user NextCloud user with following password. After that, grant all privilege on NextCloud DB to the following user and identified the following password. After completion, flash the privilege. Here, new database and users for the NextCloud installation has been created. Now MySQL installation and configuration for NextCloud has been completed. Type exit to exit the MySQL prompt. Now move to step 4, generate SSL encryption. Now we will secure NextCloud using free SSL from Let's Encrypt, and we will generate certificates file using Let's Encrypt tool. If you do not have a domain name or install NextCloud in a local computer, you can generate self-signed certificate using OpenSSL. So install the Let's Encrypt tool using apt command. Just type apt install Let's Encrypt. After installation completed, stop the Nginx service. Go ahead and type system control stop Nginx. Next, we will generate the SSL certificate for our domain name nextcloud.technet.in using the certbot command. Run the following command. Make sure change the part as per your domain name. You will be asked for the email address and it's used for the renew notification. For the Let's Encrypt TOS agreement, type A to agree, and for the share email address you can type yes or no as per your choice. Here I am getting error because desired domain not found. So you have to add a record of your subdomain in your name server. In my case, I am using Cloudflare to manage my domain name server. So I have to log in my Cloudflare account and then add a record of my new subdomain which pointing my WAN IP. Here you have noticed that I am installing the NextCloud server in my local environment and the local IP is 10.0.50.70 and I had used WAN IP in name server. So you might have a question in your mind, how? Here I play a trick in my pfSense router, that is NAT, Network Address Translations. I had a set of rules for accept request in WAN and pass it on LAN. If you have a free public IP, then use it, or if you want to set local environment only, use the OpenSSL self-certificate. Here I have added my record in Cloudflare. Now get back and try again. After complete, we will get the result as following. The SSL certificate Let's Encrypt for the NextCloud domain name has been generated, all located at etc/let'sencrypt/live/domain directory. Now move on step 5. Download NextCloud latest version. Before downloading NextCloud source code, make sure the unzip package is installed on your system. If you don't have the package, install it using following command. Just go ahead and type apt install unzip and wget and zip. Now go to the var www directory and download the NextCloud file as following. Now extract the zip file and you will get the NextCloud directory. Then create a new data directory inside it. Now make a directory inside NextCloud with name data. Now change the owner of NextCloud directory to the www data user and group. Just go ahead and type change on -r means recursively www data :www data /var www NextCloud. NextCloud has been downloaded under var www NextCloud directory and it will be the web root directory. Now it's time to move on step 6. Configure Nginx virtual host for NextCloud. In this step, we will configure the Nginx virtual host for NextCloud. We will configure NextCloud to run under the HTTPS connection and will force the HTTP connection automatically to secure HTTPS connection. Now go to the etc/nginx/site available directory and create a new virtual host file NextCloud as follows. Paste the following script to the NextCloud virtual host configuration. You can find the script in description section below. Now save and exit. Now enable the virtual host and test the configuration and make sure there is no error. For this, use Nginx-D. Here you can see it getting error in virtual host configuration file line number 8. So get back to config file and here is the unnecessary 0 directive. So remove it and try again. Here it is, you can see it's okay. Now restart PHP 7.1 APM service and Nginx service using system control command. Just go ahead and type system control restart Nginx and system control restart PHP 7.1-APM. The Nginx virtual host configuration for NextCloud has been created. Now move on step 7. Configure firewall. Now we will turn on the firewall and we will be using the UFW firewall for Ubuntu. Enable the UFW firewall to ensure your server security. Go ahead and type UFW enable. Yeah, you may lose the SSH connection if you are working remotely. Before that, before enable, you have to set the rule first. Just for this, I am aborting. First, UFW allow SSH, then UFW allow HTTP, and then UFW allow HTTPS. Now enable the UFW and check the allow port by using UFW status. Here you can see the HTTP port 80 and HTTPS port 443 is on in this list. Now move on the step 8. NextCloud post installation. Open up your browser and type your URL address. Oh no. My latest version of NextCloud need PHP 7.2 instead of 7.1. So I need to install 7.2 also. Don't worry. So I have to install 7.2 and reconfigure that portion. Here you can see few modules are no longer supported. Just try removing them and retry again. Yeah, it goes on. Let's finish the installation. Now again I have to change the CLI and PHP APM configuration as previous. Back to the browser and check again. No, still not. Yeah, go to Nginx host file and check for config. Yeah, here it is. change the APM socket 7.1 to 7.2. Okay, now check for syntax again for Nginx and restart the Nginx. Yeah, it's working. On the top of the page, you need to create admin user for NextCloud. Type the admin user password. On the data folder configuration, type the full path of data directory. In my case, it's by default var www nextcloud/data. Scroll the page to bottom and you will get the database configuration. Type the database information that we have created in step 3, then click the finish button. And after installation is complete, you will get the NextCloud dashboard as following. Here you can see your own cloud. It's a safe home for your data because you use it on your own cloud or your own server. You can synchronize your file through your desktop, your Android phone or your iOS phone. You can download the app from Google Play Store and App Store also. You can synchronize your contacts, you can synchronize your calendars so get started. Here you can see the dashboard. Here you can upload the files, create new folder, create document, search your contacts, go to your settings. So it's a great alternative for your Dropbox Google Drive. It's safe and secure because you have your own server to host it. There is no dependency. Here I am trying to upload a file. Here you can see the file uploaded. You can download from there. So hope this video helpful to you. Please like, share and comment if you have a question. Also click on subscribe button to get latest update. Thank you.